Good afternoon, family, and welcome back to another episode of GodSpeed, where we provide you a weekly market overview for the Lexus LC500. All right, fam, on tonight's episode, my hit list this week includes two amazing 2018 options and a tremendous convertible option, which also happens to be the best price 2021 on the market. All right, fam, let's get into tonight's episode, but before we do, please continue to show your support by subscribing to the channel. Let's go. We got a super exciting episode for you tonight. My first hit on this week's pick list is this 2018 Lexus LC500. Family, this one is, let's see, this one is the sports package. Let's get some bigger pictures here. This is a beautiful, my gosh, beautiful black. The paint on this thing looks absolutely immaculate. The inside of the wheels looks amazing. What do we have here, guys? Sports package with, oh, wow. With the Rioja red interior. I mean, I just love how that black and red pop and accentuate one another. That one looks like it's got the illuminated seals. Hard to tell, but that one almost looks like illuminated seals. So it'd be interesting to see if that's the illuminated seals. It's, you know, it's an affordable option. I think it's about $300. You can purchase that directly from Lexus. It's a super easy install. You just pop off the clips, drop that in, and guess what? The vehicle already has the connection to power the LED lights in there. It's just tapped in behind this, and most of the cars don't use it because they either come with the carbon fiber for the performance packages, or it just comes with that solid steel plate for your sport and touring packages. But every now and then you find one with that option on there, so this one might have it, right? But either way, guys, this interior looks immaculate. I mean, amazing. You know, we got the glass top on this bad boy. Now look, it does have 65,000 miles on it, and you know, I know that's going to be a little bit more miles. That's, you know, we've talked about mileage for 2018 models in the year 2024. And, you know, anything up, you know, between 0 to 50,000 miles, you know, or I'm sorry, 30,000 miles, we're considering to be, you know, low miles. Anything from 30 to 60, we're considering to be average miles. And we're taking into consideration with that range that, you know, these vehicles are not necessarily people's daily drives, right? If this was a different vehicle, then let's face it, this would be low miles for a vehicle that's 6 years old. But coming in at 64,000 is just outside of that average miles that we consider here at GodSpeed, right? But you know, when you look at how clean, you know, I love the metals and the materials that Lexus uses on this, but let's face it, for somebody who's not careful, you can easily scratch this stuff up, right? But I don't see that on this particular make, right? It looks absolutely immaculate. I mean, even down to the details, this stuff looks brand new, right? Love this, you know, got a slight scratches right there, but let's face it, that's where a lot of your hand's going to be at, but nothing that's unrealistic. Very clean interior spec here. And of course, we've got the glass top on this one, right? We've got the Alcantara inserts. Beautiful, beautiful spec here. Okay, let's talk about the deets on this one real quick. 2018, 65,000 miles. We got that black exterior, the Rioja red interior. We're going to come back to that certified pre-owned piece here in just a moment. Clean, 0 accidents, 2 previous owners, right? We talked about the great, you know, a car with an accident in my book, as long as it's, you know, not a major damage, and especially if the airbags didn't deploy, not a tremendous red flag. When we do see one with an accident, obviously when I see it certified, that makes me feel that much more comfortable on it. But the beautiful thing about picking up a vehicle, particularly LC500 with 0 accidents, right, is you're probably not going to, you know, see it as much or feel it as much on the front end. But when you go to sell it, if you were to, right, that's when you'd absolutely see, get a little bit of ding for that. But this one has 0 accidents, so you're perfectly good there. 2 previous owners, I mean, that's amazing, you know, for a vehicle with 65,000 miles on it and a 2018. Guys, this one's coming in at $58,676. Now, let's talk about the L certification for a moment, because, you know, we've talked about how this obviously gives you a 2-year warranty, right? It also gives you 4 free maintenances. And what we're doing this year is we're trying to, you know, calculate how much financial incentive you've got based upon the mileage of the vehicle. So 60,000 miles is absolutely one of the major services. So what I would absolutely do is I would double check with Lexus to see if they ensured that this one got the 60,000 mile maintenance as a part of the prep for sale. Okay. If it didn't, that might be an opportunity for you to check it out, right? I think the biggest things that are on there is obviously the air cabin filters. There is a brake flush that's pretty pricey. And we haven't hit the tune-up just yet, but double check, make sure your tires are looking good. If you haven't looked at my L certified video, please go back and check out that, because it's going to give you the strategy that you need when you're getting in front of the dealer to take the most advantage possible out of an opportunity that's L certified, okay? But getting back to the business at hand, you know, when you add 20,000 miles of service, you're going to come in right underneath that 90,000 mile service, which is another large financial service. So I'm going to say, family, we're not going to probably be able to reach 2,000 on this one. I'm going to go ahead and say, you know, we probably got about $1,000 to $1,500. But what I do want to say is that that takes the price down on this car from 58,676 to 57,676 for $1,000 break. And if you think $1,500 for the services for the next 4 years that you'll be saving, then that takes us down to $57,176. Okay. Either way, guys, you know, I like to put that strategy in front of you, because let's face it, if this car was, you know, being L certified and coming in with those two numbers, it would be that much more attractive, and people who don't look at it the way we look at it here might not understand the value that's already baked into this vehicle. So if you're looking for a 2018, guys, you're looking for, you know what I'm saying, that Neora black with the Rioja red interior, then absolutely, or I'm sorry, caviar, guys, caviar black with the Rioja red interior. You want something L certified, you're okay with a few extra miles on it, and you want a great price under $60,000, family, absolutely come out here and check out our friends at Butler Lexus in Macon, Georgia. Okay, that's not too far from me. All right, let's take a look at our next pick this week, right? Another 2018, another L certified vehicle, okay? All right, obviously, we've got this beautiful infrared exterior. Right now, this one looks like it might be, yep, see the retractable spoiler hiding right here. So this is the performance package. Now, one of the reasons that I even selected this video or this vehicle for my hit list this week is because in the comments, a lot of you guys are talking about you want a dynamic, you know, package. You want this infrared, and you want the toasted caramel interior. Now, if I'm not mistaken, some of you guys are looking for 2021s, and I understand that, but I wanted to get this one in front of you just in case the price maybe moved your position on what you feel about that same combination just in an 18 model, okay? But this one looks beautifully clean, right? I mean, the infrared looks amazing. The wheels look amazing on here. Love the retractable spoiler. We got the carbon fiber top. Man, those tires look nice and meaty, right? Especially when you come out here and see that edge, right? Look really good on that. Who's the brand on this one? Bridgestones, okay? So those may be run flats. It's hard, I can't remember. There's that gorgeous toasted caramel, right? And let's face it, it does look amazing on that infrared. Love the carpets. I mean, they've done the old school, got my lines in the carpet right there. I love that. Right, this one's got 31,000 miles. So family, this one's seesawing on low miles and average, right? So however you, how technical and tedious you want to be on that 30,000 mile line for low miles, you know, 31,719 miles is not bad for a vehicle that's 5 years old. I mean, look at the pristineness of the leather, at the materials, the metals. Again, I love these metals, but let's face it, they're also somewhat sensitive too, right? So you can scratch them if you're not careful. But look at all this stuff. It looks meticulous, and I love to see that, especially when we're talking about a vehicle of this stature. There's our carbon fiber door seals right there, which I absolutely love. And of course, we're not going to see a glass top or even the retractable pullback on this one because it's the carbon fiber top. Let's look at the deets on this guy. All right, 2018 infrared. the toasted caramel interior, 31,709 miles. Let's look and see. Clean title, 0 accidents. All right. And again, 2 previous owners, coming in at $65,780. Only 4 days at dealership on this guy. I don't think that either one of these two that I just showed you, I don't think either one of those are going to last because they're at Lexus dealerships, right? And they're L certified. So let's go back up here. Now, we just talked about, the main intervals for the services, at least from a financial standpoint, right, are going to be the 30, 60, 90,000 miles. Again, this one is even closer to the 30,000 miles. Double check with Lexus. I'm not going to repeat it again, just, so you guys don't have to hear it, but double check with Lexus, guys, and see if that maintenance included those aspects of the 30,000 mile. Okay. Now, again, you're only going to have $1,000 to $1,500 in those quote unquote 4 services. Okay. So you can take effectively $1,000 off this and drop it to $64,780, or we could take $1,500 off this and drop it to $64,380. Okay. 280. Sorry, guys. 280. Either way, looking at it like that, family, absolutely makes this thing just that much more attractive. And I'm sorry, when it all boils down, it's all about the price, right? And the quality and condition of the vehicle. I think with this opportunity, we get both of those, right? And, guys, there's something to be said about that additional 2-year bumper to bumper warranty that we're getting on this car. And there's a lot of extra goodies, right, that I call out on the video. But I'm just telling you, when you think about peace of mind, and if you're saying to yourself, man, I don't know if I want to spend 65 grand for a 6-year-old vehicle. Well, guess what? If I'm going to give you a 2-year bumper to bumper warranty on that, imagine how much easier that makes you sleep at night, right? So it's hard to put a price tag on something like that, like we can with the services that we would end up having to pay for if we didn't have them for free. But guess what, guys? You come out to your car, there's a leak, something, the door actuator doesn't work, whatever these little quirks are with the LC500, you're 100% covered, right, for them for the next 2 years. And I think that, my friend, is absolutely worth it when you get into a vehicle at this price point. Okay. So if you're looking for an infrared with the toasted caramel interior, something for 31,000 miles at that $65,000 price point with the luxury of the L certification, absolutely come out here and check our friends out at Park Place Lexus Plano, and I know them to be in Plano, Texas, because it's in the name, right? But a beautiful opportunity right here for you on that one. Okay, let's switch gears just a little bit to this beautiful infrared 2021. Now, it is a 21. It is infrared, but it's convertible, and it is a black interior. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the photos. This one looks immaculate as well, right? This one looks like it's got tint on there, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see when we get to the side view. But my gosh, that infrared is just a gorgeous color. We got the black top on this one. If you're looking to pick that up, I don't know if that's just something on the picture right there in this little spot right here, but absolutely take a look at that. Don't be afraid to ask for a conditioning to be done to the top of the convertible if it looks a little dry or it looks a little stained. Okay. And my gosh. Yeah, now actually, is this one certified, family? Lexus of Santa Barbara. Yes, it is. Okay, so guys, we got all 3 certifications on tonight's lineup, which, I love. There it is right there, guys. I will say this. I mean, with that infrared, you really can't go wrong with the black interior or the toasted caramel. I think both are exceptional options. This one's got that black top with the black interior for you. And now we didn't talk about this with the other 2 certifieds, but guys, if you recall, we've had some conversation in the chats over the last 2 weeks about those little imprints that sometimes show up on the convertibles. Remember, the conversation has been, or at least confirmed as much as long as you've got it in warranty and those symbols pop up, which I don't see to be on this particular vehicle, but let's see if we can get a closer look at the seats. They kind of look like Louis Vuitton or LV symbols, or maybe they're just a L for the Lexus, or maybe we're just kind of seeing what we want to see on that. But either way, if you end up seeing that in this vehicle for the next 2 years, you're covered because you've got that extended warranty. Let's take a look at the deets on this one. 2021, LC500 convertible, right? We've got 38,816 miles, arguably high for 2021, but depending on what your purpose is for this vehicle, 38,000 miles at a $71,000 price point is absolutely not a bad entry, okay? Let's look at the rest of the deets here. Clean, 0 accidents. Hello, 1 previous owner. I'm good with that, fam. I mean, that just made this story a whole lot better, right? $71,995 is what you're going to pay to pick this one up. Now, here's a couple other things too, right? We see some price movement. Prices went down by $2,000. Okay, this thing was $73,995 a couple weeks back. It's showing $1,712 below market value, 16 days at the dealership. Keep in mind, family, don't know if this one's going to last to the end of the month. And here's why. I was about to give you guys that whole end of the quarter strategy, but I don't think this one's going to last to the end of the month because it's the lowest priced 2021, lowest priced convertible. It's L certified. It's 1 owner. And it's, 38,000 miles on this thing. Now let's do our homework because this is going to be a little quick too, right? Because it's over the 30,000 miles, right? Double check, see if the 30,000 maintenance was done on it. Might not have been, but it's still okay to ask, right? Double check your tires, make sure your tires, and remember guys, look for the certification checklist. That's going to give you all the information that you need to know about what they saw when they did a full 200 and something point inspection on the vehicle. So let's look at the price point here, $71,995, right? Because of where the mileage is, and you're going to be covered on maintenance for until 58,816, right shy of the 60, guys. Then that means we only got about $1,000 to $1,500 worth of service value in this. So that drops us down to $70,995 or $70,495, depending on how much value it's going to cost for those services in your area. All right. Either way, family, that is a tremendous price for a 21 convertible with 38,000 miles on it. Okay. All right, so if you're looking for the infrared exterior 21 in year model convertible with that black interior, guys, 1 owner for $70-ish thousand, absolutely check out our friends out here at Lexus of Santa Barbara. And then family, I've got one more I just want to hit on. We talked about this when we spotlighted this vehicle. This was another certified vehicle, Lexus of Oxnard, last week. I only bring this up today because I want to show you a little something that they did this week. If you take a look at my price movement here, look what happened, guys. If you recall, last week it was $71,995. This week they bumped the price up by, almost $1,000 to $72,931. Now, I'm not saying that that's like, okay, we're going back up in price, because what I will be honest with you guys is that, listen, these convertibles have absolutely, we've seen some tremendous opportunities in the $71,000, $72,000 price point. We've got a lot more offerings available. So if you're looking for a convertible, there's a lot more available this week in that mid 70s price range. I'm just saying that it's interesting when Lexus increases the price of a vehicle instead of decreasing it, right? That's the trend, is to decrease the price. So I just wanted to bring that to you so that if you happen to be looking at a vehicle, know that, when people are buying them, they buy them immediately once a price reductions take place. Okay, so if you see something out there and you kind of, seesawing on it, make sure you're at least establishing a relationship and a partnership with somebody at the dealership so that if they end up reducing that price, guys, you can go in for the attack. Okay. All right, fam, that is our episode for the week. I will have all the details of what we discussed tonight in the comments. You guys have a beautiful weekend. Godspeed.